What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mike Rashid. I'm back with my favorite doctor who cracks and pops and gets me right. But sir, if you would, if instead of working on me today, can you, I'm getting a lot of questions about what should I do for this, what should I do for that? And I like to provide them with some insights on how to do things themselves at home. Can you show me some of the things that you were gonna have me do today, but in a way that they can do it at home? Stuff
Sure.
That's easy to do. Because someone like me, and I'm sure a lot of people out there can relate, you know, me seeing you, the time that I've been seeing you is all my chiropractic experience. You know, there's not a lot, you know, so there's a lot of people out there that don't know how beneficial this stuff is. So what's something that we could do at home, or if we just get to the gym to warm up, to start, you know, getting everything where it needs to be to prevent injury? Because everybody wants to stretch and do stuff, but nobody knows what to do, really. Right, yeah. You know, just kind of just, all right, I'm ready. You know what I mean? But I'm sure you have some tactics that are really specific to, you know, some shoulder. I like to focus on shoulders because that seems like the most common place where people get injuries with lifting. So what are things that we can do?
So we're going to show you a few things. Basically, some of it's to get the shoulder in the right position.
Right.
Other parts, like we talked about when we were treating you, is to get the spine, that upper back, to sort of open up.
Right.
Both of those are important for shoulder stability.
Okay.
So some simple things. We're going to start with some bands here.
Okay.
I'll show you one you can do it before you work out, just to get the shoulder working right. And then we'll do a couple other ones for the upper back.
Okay, cool.
So these will be pretty basic. You can do it at home, you can do it before you work out. Let's take this one here. So this one's going to be basically just shoulder for shoulder rotation.
Okay.
All you're going to do is face this direction. So the first thing you want to do whenever you get in these positions is everything's got to be in a good position. Okay. You don't want the pelvis opening up and the rib cage flaring out. Okay. So this has got to stay pretty stacked. Okay. You're going to get your shoulder sort of kind of at a 90-degree angle. Okay. And you want to get your shoulder blades down and back. So if I'm pulling these things down and back, this feels really solid right here. Okay. So you're going to maintain that, and you're just going to walk forward, Mike. You're gonna let this band pull your arm back. So you need to go as far as you can.
So I don't try to maintain it like that.
This one's just a mobility. This is a good thing just to open up and get some stretch. And let this sit back. There we go. Let it just rotate. So turn your torso straight. There we go. Keep your torso exactly where it is and let that band just pull you. And when you get to a spot where you feel it open the shoulder, you're just gonna hold it there. We should have used the red band.
Yeah, it's open now.
And then keep that torso, there you go, and keep the ribs down, there you go. So you really want to feel it pulling here. You're just going to hold that, you know, you can do 30, 45 seconds, just let it hold.
And what is this doing specifically?
So you're basically taking all these rotators in the shoulder. We hear rotator cuff all the time. Right. And you're allowing it to open so that the mobility in your shoulder's there at the same time that you're keeping everything stable. Okay. So when you need to use the shoulders are actually mobile and moving, and you're not using all this other stuff to move. Okay. Should feel pretty good. You shouldn't get any pain, but you should feel like you're getting a really good stretch.
It's a nice stretch, yeah.
Yeah. And then you'll feel like this.
It's like a stretch I've never really experienced.
Right, so you can do this before you work out. Like before you go work out, open this shoulder up. You'll feel like you can actually move a lot better. And then all of your motions overhead, whatever they are gonna be free without any sort of compensations. Okay. All right, cool. So the second one we're gonna do is a little similar. You're just gonna walk back. Let's switch this up. So you're basically gonna do the same thing, but go the opposite way. So I'm gonna have you face the door, get in the same position. Okay, so shoulder blade down and back. You want this thing coming down this way, okay? Don't let the rib cage flare at all. Get it open up to here. Now you wanna try and hold this position, and you're gonna walk backwards. Don't let this arm be pulled forward, and don't let your torso rotate. So now what you're doing is you're getting these muscles working like crazy. And when you get to a spot where you feel like that's enough, you're just gonna hold it there.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna come up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, don't go too far. You don't want the arm pulled forward. So now what you're doing is you're getting this muscles working really, really well. This is a good thing if you want to do pre-workout, sort of like get the muscles here working really well so they can stabilize your shoulder blade and hold your shoulder while you're lifting heavy. You know, you need this thing working really well. Right. So this is a good way to get it working good. Okay.
It feels very good, very interesting. What I want to know is just like in layman's, like why is that important?
Okay, so your shoulder blade, it really attaches to the bone in your shoulder, right? So if you're lifting, you want to be able to have that as stable as you can. The minute that shoulder starts to come forward, now you're in this impingement. You're going to just you're gonna get to where it's gonna jam into there.
Right.
So your ability to hold that shoulder where you want it to be allows you to create more power because now it's in a good position, but it also is gonna prevent injury.
Right.
The minute your shoulders creep forward, you're gonna jam that and you're gonna start pinching stuff and get pain.
Right. And I can relate to that. It feels mobile, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
More. On the bench, I try to show them some like good tactics. You know, when you lay flat and you kind of rotate your shoulders back.
Exactly.
Give yourself a little leverage and it protects you from injuring your shoulder.
100%.
So this feels like the same.
Same thing.
Yeah. So.
And part of what you're doing when you do that motion is you're actually getting that shoulder blade to go back.
Right.
Right? Because when that shoulder blade is going forward, now the shoulder goes forward too. So that's exactly what you're doing. And this can be a good preparatory before you get into that.
Right.
So lift and bench, before you drop those down,
Right.
now the shoulder's able to go where it wants.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice. Cool.
that's a good warm up.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Is that a name? It's the door band.
Make your own shoulder rotation. Yeah.
Yeah, I just make it up. All right, what else you got for me?
Okay, we're gonna go over here. So now we're gonna work a little bit on this the rotation of the spine up here.
Yeah. So what you got next?
Okay, so another thing we're gonna actually work on like the shoulder, the ligaments in the shoulder.
Okay.
So we want those to be mobile. So I'm gonna have you lie on your left side here.
Okay.
All right, so this one's easy to do. This is another good for warm up, or if you feel like you lifted heavy and things are feeling tight, you can open things back up.
Okay, so this can be before and after?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a good thing to do before. Again, when we work out, like when you lift, you want to have as much mobility as you can and then stabilize it. So this one's really good. So you're going to lie on your side. You want your shoulders packed, meaning this shoulder's on top of this one.
Okay.
You're going to have this arm out. So it's about 90 degrees from your torso. Okay. And then you're going to take this arm and put it on top of this one like that. And you're basically going to rotate. You'll never get this to the ground. You shouldn't. And what you want to feel is a really deep stretch in this shoulder.
Oh God.
You got that?
What just happened there?
No pain, right?
Nah. But
Okay. So you don't want any pain. If you get pain with this, something's wrong. You're either in the wrong position.
Am I supposed to be with this hand here, pushing forward, pushing back up?
You can,
So
yeah.
pushing down.
No, so that's another way to do it. So you can go and you can either hold this stretch. You want to hold it for a minute because it's ligaments. You got to get those things open. You can also do, yeah, isometric contraction. So you'd hold this, push into this hand up, but resist it. Yeah, you want to do that for about 10 to 20 seconds. And then once you've done that, you can just relax the arm all the way and try and push it down to the floor even more. You'll get a little bit more pull. Yeah. Again, you should have no pain. You should be feeling this deep in the shoulder, and if you're not, typically people aren't stacked. You got to get the shoulders on top of each other. And you can also make sure that this elbow doesn't get too close to your body. There you go.
Yeah, it makes a big difference pushing my elbow back up like that.
So you can either hold it for a minute, or you can hold it for a minute, do 20 seconds isometric contraction up, and then once that's done, relax everything, you can breathe out and push it down even more. So again, that whole mobility, you feel like things are moving. When you get up, you're gonna feel like that shoulder can just move so much clearer and there's not a lot of restriction. So again, pre-workout, so you can get a lot of motion for your workout and stabilize that shoulder. Or if you have a heavy day and you're lifting heavy chest and the shoulder feels like it's pinned down, you can open it right back up.
Excellent.
That's a really good one.
Good one. Gotta try that one.
All right, so we're gonna do one more, and this is gonna be more for mobility in your upper back.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you lie on your side again. Let's have you lie, maybe head there, feet that way.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you put these legs on top of each other, bend them just a bit, just like that. Yeah, so kind of like a 90-degree bend here.
Fetal position.
Fetal position. I'm gonna give you something for your head. I'm gonna use a foam roller, but you can use a pillow, whatever you want, just so you can relax. I don't want your head to be strained. Okay, you're gonna take this arm, you want it flat on the floor. Now when you do this, you want to keep this down, and I want you almost like you're trying to reach to that wall. Okay? Take this hand, put it on top.
So are my shoulders stacked again?
Yeah. Okay. Shoulders stacked. This hand goes right on top. Good. Now this hand on the bottom, you're going to reach the entire time and keep it pinned on the ground, and this one you're going to open up and use your head, follow along. You're going to open as far as you can.
I feel like this should be called the morning sun.
Now you also want to make sure these stay on the ground.
Okay.
These can't open up. And then you're gonna come back.
This is a really good stretch.
This is amazing. Now, when you open up, the goal is to try and open up as far as you can, go ahead. But you also wanna feel like you're trying to get this shoulder blade to the ground.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Morning sun, tight
And breathe out when you get to the end, because you'll get more. There you go. Come on back. So the thing you want to make sure is you want to make sure each time you can get more. So you may start off, go real light. You may start off, you don't want to get cramping or anything. And as you do more and more, you'll be able to open up more towards the ground. And the other thing to remember is if you breathe out as you get there, it'll release all the air and you can open up even more. So this is working on the mobility up here. So your ability to move that upper back really helps with where your shoulder blade and shoulder are gonna sit.
Maybe you can help me get myself to a point to where I can scratch my own back.
You got it. There you go. See, now you see how much farther you are
Yep.
than the first one? It's because your spine's opening.
I feel like a yogi master now.
You look like a yogi master, so that's perfect.
I'm a yogi master.
All right, that's good.
So you're gonna do that again, both sides. That's gonna work on here, getting this mobile.
Thoracic spine.
There it is, thoracic spine. You're the doctor now. So you can do, again, do that one before workout, or again, if you're feeling like everything's getting really tight from workouts, open that back up and you can move things.
Excellent. Well, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I don't want you to give me too much and I don't do anything. So I'll take that little appetizer and go digest it.
I like it.
All right.